Alright, we are live and we'll be playing Pokemon X with Delphox today. We did Chestnut yesterday, and Chestnut honestly did way better than I thought. I think what really helped it do great was its fighting type. I mean, yes, its grass typing held it back a little bit, and it barely used any grass type coverage at all. But I think what really made up for it was just having access to Swords Dance, Low Sweep, Rock Tomb, just some pretty decent moves. Also, I think my skill and experience with X and Y is probably getting better. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway though, today we're playing Delphox, and instead of starting with Belly Drum as our fourth move, we actually start with Shadow Ball. Way better. You may be wondering where the TM for Shadow Ball is. The TM for Shadow Ball... Oh, it's Terminus Cave. Oh, I remember. It's a very out-of-the-way part of Terminus Cave. Terminus Cave is also where you get the Brick Break TM, but it's a lot easier to get. Yeah, looking at our level up moveset, we start with Ember and Scratch as well. We get Howl at 11, then Flame Charge, Psybeam. Funnily enough, for Steve, he mentioned that outside of Gen 1, his favorite starter would probably be Delphox, because Fire and Psychic is just a really good type combo. He just really likes Psychic types. I wonder why. Funnily enough, if we had Egg moves, we could use Hypnosis, which is pretty funny. Brick Break was just at the door. Yeah, it was pretty much at the door. So hey, NFL, Eel. Oh, N1 Eel, thank you so much for changing your YouTube tag. It always bothered me that your Discord and YouTube tags were completely different names, but thank you for changing it. Now I can start calling you Eel instead of N1. Hey, Robert. Hey, Dominic. Yeah, I have read ahead through these notes a little bit. Thankfully, we're not going to need too many out-of-the-way TMs or held items. We actually are going to be getting something interesting. Not only we're getting the Mind Plate and the Silk Scarf Lucky Egg Expert Belt, we're also going to be getting the Snorlax Citrus Berry. You may be wondering, how are we going to get that? We going to pick up the Thief TM, which is inside of Camphor Town? Camphor Town. That's the... Oh, yeah, it's... You could actually get Thief to get that, but we're actually not. We're actually going to be going with our hidden ability, Magician. Magician essentially turns all of your moves into Thief. So if I were to hit a target with like Ember, the Magician ability will steal the held item. We're actually going to use that to steal the Citrus Berry. It's actually going to be pretty funny. And also using Thief on the Snorlax could also be an option for other Pokemon. Like if there's a Pokemon where we need the Citrus Berry for Grant, we could teach Thief to get that Citrus Berry from Snorlax. Delphox is your favorite Gen 6 starter? Honestly, my favorite Gen 6 starter is Chestnut. It was the one I originally picked. I believe Hoopa's ability is Magician. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the tier list as well. So if we take a look at the tier list, Chestnut placed itself at the end of the A tier, just barely behind Trevenant. Will leftovers help? Honestly, probably not. I don't know. Hey, Axu, Blaze isn't really needed for Delphox either. Yeah, if this was Generation 7, I would 100% go with Blaze over Magician. There's really not any useful things you'd want to steal. Plus, sometimes the damage boost from Blaze or Torrent can actually matter for some fights. So yeah, so predictions. I think this will get S tier, and it's not even going to be close. But the question is, where in the S tier? I don't think this can beat Mienshao. I think this can probably beat Aegislash, because Aegislash did have a very good starting set. I believe it was like Sacred Sword, Iron Head, Swords Dance, and King Shield, if I remember correctly. That thing got so many level 1 moves. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be S tier. Actually, who knows? It might place ahead of Mienshao. What was Mienshao's time? 130, 130. It really depends on Rival 1's Absol. Yeah, that Absol is a huge reality check for psychic types, especially ghost types as well. Yeah, I guess we'll see. But if it turns out my play has been getting better, then I may have to rearrange the tier list. Maybe. I mean, who knows? Some of these Pokemon I may consider giving re-ranks. I think the only Pokemon here I would consider giving a re-rank are going to be Xerneas and Abeltal. These should be like A-tier performances, I think. I mean, these things down here, like, Dragalge is a pretty bad Pokemon. Clawitzer is also, like, middle of the road. Where's Zygarde? I've never done Zygarde. Who knows? Maybe at some point I should do, like, a giant three-way stream. That'd be pretty cool. The main problem with a lot of these Pokemon that are in these lower tiers is they're slow. Slow Pokemon in Kalos get lots of resets. There's just no going around that. Genesect as well, because we know we need the encounter flag. Okay, I've made my decision on that, Axio. I will not give Pokemon faithful encounter flags for getting items. Because I feel like it's not in the spirit, like, you're meant to receive it as a starter. Like, normally when you receive something as a starter, it doesn't come with the faithful ability tag. I mean, I know, like, I allow hidden abilities, but I don't know. It just feels like it's a weird slippery slope. But then again, some people should argue, well, you're playing Genesect, you should be allowed to get those discs, but I'm not sure. I just don't know. Because technically those events are meant for, like, the actual Genesect events, like the actual event Genesects, not just a random Genesect. So you could argue it's like, it's only meant for specific Genesects, but I don't know. You're already playing a cheated Genesect? Yeah, I know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I should allow it. But then again, where else could it help? It could probably help with Meloetta getting Relic Song, Keldeo getting Secret Sword, which I would probably never do, because Secret Sword's kind of a garbage move. And, where would another useful spot be? Can't really think of one. Honestly, it's, you know, I think I will allow it, yes. So yeah, at some point I will re-rank Genesect, but I'll give it the faithful encounter tag so it can actually get the discs. Because it's totally not fair that, like, I will literally play with a Genesect and I don't end up getting the discs. Secret Sword is special. It's way better than Focus Blast. I mean, that's true, but Keldeo is more of a physical attacker, isn't it? It's also got Swords Dance. Volcanion and Diancie. I'm not sure, like, what thing is locked behind the faithful encounter flag for them. I don't think there is anything. The only thing actually, maybe also, like, the Therian Glass for Tornadus, Landorus, and Thundurus. Maybe that could be a faithful encounter flag. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure when I do the re-rank, because honestly, I think right now I kind of want to focus on X and Y for a bit and make my skill better. Only 72 attack, but 129 special attack. Great. Yeah, but Swords Dance. I mean, what, does Keldeo have a way to boost its special attack? Like, I don't know. What the? God damn it, OBS froze again. Dude, why does... I think OBS has been doing that just because of how many things I have open. Yeah, I guess Shaman with the Gracidia flowers. But honestly, if I ever did Shaman, I would probably run each form as a separate Pokemon. Would you consider AZ's Floette? Yes, I would like to actually run AZ's Floette in X and Y. It's actually obtainable in the game's code. Even its signature move is on its level up set. It just was never released. Honestly, I probably won't do Omega Ruby next week. I might actually do some X and Y re-ranks. Maybe I'll do some like 2-in-1 streams or something, because you may be saying, well, why not do re-ranks for the other games? I feel like my skill and pacing with most of the games I play is pretty much at the level where I'm like, okay, I'm pretty decent. Sure, I could have some room to improve, but I think I'm pretty good. X and Y is at that point where, like, I don't consider myself good at it. So I think after I finish the Kalosian starters, I think I had scheduled some random Solar Run streams at the end of the week for X and Y. I'm going to replace those with re-ranks, because they were done when my skill was extraordinarily bad. Because to be fair, also with another game, for example, some Fire Red runs I did like 2 years ago actually hold up now. Like one time I tried to re-rank Mew offline in Fire Red. I could not beat my original time. Even with better hardware, I couldn't beat it. Alright, so I'll talk about the... Ooh, that text is way too far down. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to talk about our ability and stuff. Our ability is Magician, so whenever we use an attacking move, we'll steal the opponent's item. How's my ROM hack going? Oh, it's pretty much 99% done. The major glitches have been fixed. I'm trying to make, like, a Pokedex spreadsheet for it. Because when I release it, I want people to be able to look at a spreadsheet and look at all their movesets and stuff. It's also giving me the chance to, like, go over their movesets and make sure, like, everything's correct. I've had to modify a few Pokemon's learn sets, actually. Because, like, some of the levels didn't line up right. Like, right now, I think I'm up to Nidoking. Yeah, there's still a lot left to do. I've just been doing it in my free time. But when that's eventually done, I'll make a trailer for the game and release it in the Discord. Anyway, our hidden power typing will be hidden power electric. What's Axew's reason for this? Mainly from Lysander's Gyarados, okay. And we're going to be running Rash for extra special attack and less special defense. The Eevee should still be in the Pokeball, but anyway, I kind of want to keep questions about the ROM hack to a minimum, because last time my ROM hack was the main topic, I got extremely distracted and made a lot of mistakes. Same for Heracross and Heart Gold Soul Silver. I'm trying to remember that run. What was wrong with that run again? Honestly, I'm not sure that is a... Like, I'm sure in other games you could find one specific Pokemon I need to re-rank. But with X and Y, a lot of these playthroughs I did are bad. A lot of the playthroughs are bad. Like with the other games, like maybe a few of them are bad. But with X and Y, almost all these playthroughs were bad. Almost all of them were. But I don't think I'll re-rank all of them, because some of these Pokemon still do kind of suck. I don't know, there's not many Pokemon. Although I kind of don't want to play Hoopa again. That thing was pure garbage. I'll probably not re-rank some of the absolute worst ones, but some of the like more middle-of-the-road ones. Tried to re-rank it, but you failed to get a good time I was there. That just means my first playthrough was good. Probably not, but I don't know. I don't want to get caught in a cycle of constantly doing re-rank upon re-rank for the exact same species. I'm not Scott or Zealous-Spawn. That's just not something I do. But I just worry with my current skill set in X and Y, if it just gets better, the S tier is just going to get so overcrowded with Pokemon that don't deserve to be in the S tier. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Thankfully, it does not matter what time of the day we play at, because we don't need any specific time of day moves. Hold on. I accidentally left my game on 6400% speed. I think the reason it was at that high speed was when I was speeding up the credits last time. Okay, take 2. I might run it. I don't know. Oh, run Zygarde in separate forms? I probably wouldn't do that. I don't know. The only difference between all the forms is their base stats, right? Or hold on, does only the 100% form get Core Enforcer? It's only Zygarde. Oh, right, the others were Sun and Moon anyway. Right. They all can learn it? Oh, okay. So the only difference is their base stats. If that's the case, I probably wouldn't do that. Even in Sun and Moon, I probably wouldn't do that. I would probably just run the default 50% form. Alright, looks like Bun will be our second Pokemon. Also, you don't have to damage anything on this route. This route specifically, all the Pokemon were given guaranteed catch rates. Would you do Mewtwo and Mew in X and Y? Not right now. I don't plan on it. I just want to finish up Delphox and Greninja and do re-ranks of most of the runs I've done in this game. So I think the next couple of weeks is just going to be focused on X and Y. And then by the end of it, my skill and knowledge for the game should be on par with all my other games. So I can add it back to the rotation. And then I'll probably do the same thing in Omega Ruby. Omega Ruby is another one of those games where I feel like my skill and knowledge is really bad. Are you going to trade it for Farfetch'd? Why would I do that? I mean, yes, the S tier looks good, but I can guarantee you, if I replayed Mienshao, I could probably give it like a 127. And honestly, I might change my definition of the S tier after all the re-ranks are done. Dang it, that kid can see you from far. Will Delphox wreck the game due to being a mage, or will it get punched in the face due to how fragile it is? I think it'll destroy the game. Oh, so hello, Masters. Also, even though Shadow Ball is my most powerful move, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to put it in slot 1. But yeah, other than X and Y and ORAS, oh, do I need a Howl? I don't think so. Because I'm barely going to be using physical moves at all. Oh, water sport. Thankfully, Vivian doesn't use thankfully, Viola doesn't seem to use potions. Yeah, some Houndours and Houndooms, yeah. It's gonna face those, we know that. Also, due to the fact that Tierno is inside the center in this town, it's actually ideal to try and not heal at that center if you can. Just so that way you can skip the text. Oh. I thought Fletchling was a fire type. Oh, now I need to use turn my XP share off. Why Magician instead of Blaze? Dude, that guy's looking at me. Did you guys see that? The guy turned and looked at me at the exact same time I got an encounter. It was just like that Gen 1 thing. You know, where they can, like, look at you. We're going with Magician because Blaze isn't going to be too useful for this run. And we're actually going to steal the Citrus Berry off of Snorlax. I believe to use for Grant. That's my guess. Scratch has got to be better than Return. Let's see. 122 Friendship. I believe that's the equivalent of like 40 base power. Alright, I need to heal up with that potion. I don't think the Water Leaf Form member is going to be that bad. At least I hope not. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to play those right now. Also, we'll get Grass Knot to deal with the water types. Yeah, Grass Knot is the TM from Ramos, the grass gym leader. Alright, thankfully I don't really need to buy any TM here, so I'm just going to buy my healing items here. 20 Repel should do. Dude, Scott, if he ever played X and Y, he will hate Lumio City. Yeah, the Houndooms and the Houndowers are the literal reason I'm going with, return on my moveset. It's the reason we're not going a plus attack, or minus attack nature. Don't need Home Claws. You're running low in PP? I just healed at the center. How am I running low on PP? Yeah, Eel, I literally just healed at the center. When I deposited everything, I healed there. Alright, so I do need to fight some stuff. I need level 29 for Grant. So yeah, I'm gonna need to fight a lot of people. Thankfully, we're in the medium slow group. Also weird, Eel's YouTube message didn't pop up in the pop-out chat. Oh, an ad skipped it? Thank you for your support. Also, we don't learn that. I don't know why I got that. You know, technically, if you're good with the roller skates on 4 times speed, it actually would be worth doing that, just because you can skip this trainer. Also, in the house that I'm right next to, you can get the TM for Thief. Also, if you go into the berry fields just south of here, you could get yourself some Pecha berries. Ooh, Psybeam. Nice. Yeah, I think we all know what move I'm putting in slot 1. You know something I'm really upset about with Sun and Moon compared to Gen 6? You know the thing they introduced in Gen 5 where you could use the X button to just exit out of all of your menus and just go back to the overworld without mashing B out of everything? For some reason, Sun and Moon got rid of it. So I actually have to turbo the B button anytime I want to leave the menus. It makes menuing even worse in that game. Return? Well, that's another thing, yeah, but... yeah, specifically getting rid of the ability for the X button to back out of all the menus. I also should start experimenting to see if I can truly skip getting cut. Because essentially, from what I remember with the chestnut run, the only benefit to cut in this game is one rare candy and the leftovers. So far, at least. Yeah, the rare candy on Route 16 and the leftovers on Route 12. Also, weird little thing, whenever the camera changes in between those little rooms, when I entered the little hallway room where the camera was facing in front of the character, I was holding right, and even when going into the next room, I was still holding right, but it was moving me up. X and Y is a little weird with that. But then I can just let go of right and press it again, and it takes me outside. Really weird. You can't use magician. Oh, good. Thank you for pointing that out. Alright, Axie also said make sure your health is good. Because the problem is if your health is too low, the citrus berry could theoretically activate. Okay, I need to get some potions real quick. I'm going to save just in case this doesn't work. Can I run away? Okay, I can just run away. Alright, we got the citrus berry. I think this... Oh no, this isn't the guy with Drifloon. Alright, I'm going to remember that thing as a dark type. Do not use Psybeam on that. Alright, I'm probably not going to need the heart scale, so I'm just going to skip that. Can I buy escape ropes? Okay, I need to start incorporating escape ropes into my Mart buy from now on. Pancham's Pure Fighting? Oh, it's I know Pangoro was part dark. I thought Pancham was too. Oh my god. I keep trying to hold B on it like it's Tauros. Alright, we're not going to need Shadow Claw or the Heartstone. Sadly, repels do not work in this little thing. Ooh, that's some good XP. Alright, I'm going to save here just in case. Fire spin, gross. You know, I wish there was another game where the amulet coin was just as useful. The amulet coin is just really useful in this game because of how much money you can get, plus how early you can get it too. But like, think of other games. Like, let's see. In the Johto games, it's essentially useless because of when you get it. I mean, I guess it can be good if you need to get a game corner TM for the post game, like Ice Beam or Thunderbolt. I think in that instance it'd be good, but kind of niche. In Fire and Leaf Green, it's unobtainable because you got to catch Pokemon for it. Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. The Amulet Coin is actually useful in that game, but only if you're grinding for a Game Corner TM. In Black and White, it requires 3 optionals. True. I actually did not know it was in that spot until I figured it out. Like, by just testing it. Alright, I'm gonna need to be careful here because these are water-type specialists. I wonder if this guy can actually go down to a Psybeam. Oh, nice. Tentacle have really good special defense. Greninja's gonna be fun? Maybe. I've never played Greninja. Oh, also, you know how, like, Chestnut will gets a Belly Drum at level 1 in this game? Delphox gets Shadow Ball? You know what Greninja's cool move is? Mat Block. I don't know what it is, but it sounds bad. Not gonna forget the bike this time. Alright, I'm gonna need to do some training to the north. What am I doing? Use Shadow Ball. Let's see. In Solage City, grab Rest and the Massage. Oh, there's a massage in Solage City? Where's that at? It's a bad mix of Protect and Fake Out. Ah. Guys, back in Solage City, where's the person that gives massages? That'd be very useful to know because of how early you get return in this game. Strange dude named Colrus. I mean, I'm just asking in general, like, Dominic, just in case either somebody happens to know, or if somebody's willing to look it up. You know, I'm upset there's not as many trainers on this route as I thought. Alright, the notes do say if you need to, use a rare candy to get 29. So, there's a chance I may have to train in the wild. Actually, you know what? 26 3/4, that is pretty good. Alright, massage. You? Okay, I found him. Now my friendship's 203. I probably should have looked at what it was before. Alright, gotta save here. These trainers are gonna be pretty rough. Yep. Lucky Chant, gross. Does Greninja not learn Night Slash? Swore it did. Alright, time for a Psy-Wave, lady. Okay, she was a series of one-shots. Not bad. You know what? I might actually be able to get level 29. Probably not. I don't think this trainer's going to get me 29. So I'm actually going to instinctively use one candy right now. Because I was at like a third of an XP bar. I do not think this guy would have gotten me the level. Will map block help Greninja? I don't even know what it does. Okay, I'm going to need to use an Ether on Psy-Wave, or Psy-Beam. Alright, let's see. Equip Mind Plate. Alright, Mind Plate. Oh, I also need to use Rest here. Get rid of Return for now, or, honestly, I don't think Ember's going to be that useful. I'll get another fire move pretty soon. So yeah, get rid of Ember. Okay, let's see. Spam Psybeam. Once or more Thunder Waves, rest immediately. It will use Rock Tomb while you're asleep. Even at -2, you're still faster. Oh, the note said rest immediately. Yeah. At level 29 with Mind Plate, Psybeam guarantee one-shots Tyrant. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much why you have to grow. Oh my god. Alright, I should still outspeed. There we go. I hear a dog. No, you don't. It blocks move from both allies in double battles. Lacks priority and can only be used turn 1. Got Dexited in Gen 8. That's probably why I've never heard of the move. Honestly, it sounds like that move deserved to get Dexited out. Alright, I'm not gonna need, not going to need Aerial Ace, so I'm not going to withdraw my HM users right now. I prefer to withdraw the HM users in Shalur City, but if you need Aerial Ace for a Pokemon, then you pretty much have to withdraw your HM users early, and you have to immediately deposit them. Because I prefer to skip some double battles in the Reflection Cave. I did not know there was a person here. I guess Ember would have made this easier, but Psybeam does neutral damage anyway. These Lucarios are really bad. Also, I'm going to need to re-equip the Amulet Coin now, before I forget. Alright, fight anyone in Reflection Cave, including Igor and Hedvig. They are easy XP for Psychic types. If you're very close to 35, use the other rare candy before Rival 1 and teach Psyshock over Psybeam. And then equip a citrus berry. I hope not having Ember isn't a deal breaker for the rival. How would it be a deal breaker for the rival? The rival has Braixen. Like, how would it be a problem? Yeah, Shadow Ball, Meowstic, Return Absol, Psyshock, the Braixen. Also, apparently something Axio has informed me of. He looked at a bunch of stats and stuff on some of the final trainers. The move Psychic in this game is actually a trap. There's a lot of Pokemon in this game near the end of it that have very high special defense. So you actually would prefer to have Psyshock. Absol, the notes here, you're supposed to fight the trainer. Oh, Hedvig. Yeah, I'll go back. Yeah, the Kalos starter should have Mega Evolved the next Y. It literally made no sense that essentially for most players, you only had access to Lucario and a Kanto starter. It made no sense. Alright, let's fight Hedvig. And yet Greninja got away. Yeah, Greninja got its own special treatment. Psyshock. Yes, please. Let's see. Psybeam. Yep. Dude. Oh, dude. This thing only has 10 PP. Well, I guess to be fair, it is supposed to be like Psychic. You saw nothing. I totally did not use Psyshock on an Absol. Nope. You're all seeing things. Also, I think I'm out of repels now. I hate that guy. Alright, I need to use a candy to get 35. A level 35 Shadow Ball is a range on Meowstic. And I missed it. And it's got Light Screen. Eh, it's not like Light Screen matters for this thing. Psyshock. The Pidgeotite that you can't activate, right? I mean, good thing I got access to ethers. Oh, that Mienfoo had Fake Out. Mystical Fire. Do I want this move? Each Mystical Fire. Okay. I hate these people. It's like, they can literally be right in front of you and they won't see you. You have to, like, talk to them a certain way. It's so annoying. Oh. Oh my god, dude. There we go. Where do we get the PP up for Psyshock? I mean, there was a PP up back where we did that multi-battle with the friends. I should have picked it up, but I forgot. I mean, that's fine. I got ethers. Alright, we're not going to need low sweep, so we can skip that. Rival 1 is the gym leader. Rival 1 is almost always the gym leader. Dude, the trainers in her gym are the gym leaders. Remember that one guy with the sock in Hariyama? That person should have been the gym leader. Like, plus Karina doesn't even use the Lucario on her team. Alright, I'm gonna need my HM users back. Also, we're at max friendship now, which is, that was fast. Was there a hidden item up there? What is this? Honey. Gross. My voice is just a little tired today. Either that or it's the allergies. I don't know. Alright, I think we want to attract... Alright, we're not going to need leftovers. A spearberry. That was the same one as before. Also, you know how in Anastar City there are those TMs that the girl can give you depending on the day of the week? That girl right there does a similar thing. There are different TMs she can give you. I don't think they're as good, though. I know one of them is the TM for Confide. I don't know what the other ones are. Acrobatics, sadly. Oh, it's acrobatics. Oh, wait. She's not a time of day thing. She's completely random. It's literally random which TM she decides to quiz you on and give you. But actually, hold on. Is it worth doing this during the run? No. I was just saying, like, I kind of want to test save scumming her. Like, is it possible to save scum that person so she can quiz you for a specific TM? Because there are a few other things in the Pokemon games you can save scum. Like, you can't ask you, have you actually tried that? Because I know, like, in Black 2, White 2, there's that one person who gives you those EV reducing berries. That one you can actually save scum. As long as you haven't talked to her yet. Like, if it's one of those things where the TM is decided, like, as soon as you talk to her, then you could probably save scum it. Do that test with Greninja. I think maybe once the run is finished, I'll go back and test it. I don't want Delphox to be the test dummy because I think Delphox is going to get a super good time. I like how this ranger's name is Twiggy. Okay, I am going to need to use an ether on Mystical Fire. It's a good thing in this game, you get so many ethers early on. Literally before the second gym, you can get yourself 4 ethers. Also, I think after we beat Ramos, I think for runs that are going to hold the lucky egg, or not lucky egg, the amulet coin, I think the flare section is where I want to switch, because you get a lot of money during the flare section anyway, and you do need to start catching up in levels by that point. So I think starting right now until after I beat Clement, or honestly, I think just for the rest of the run, I'm just going to hold lucky egg. Yeah, I'm going to hold lucky egg for most of the rest of the run. I'm saying that because Greninja would love to have acrobatics. But to be fair, though, like, we should test it now, like, today. We should test it today. Because if it turns out you can't save scum her, then that'll be an issue. Oh, nice, there's no wind on this route today. Or better yet, even if it's not randomized, and even if it, like... how do I say this? Even if it turns out you can't save scum it, maybe there is a memory address I can edit inside of, what's the... PK Hex? I could edit something and then PK Hex and have it set to be a certain TM. I'm gonna need a close eye on my PP though. Ooh, flamethrower. Give me that. Alright, I've got 2 uses of Psyshock left, so do I have an Ether? I've got an Elixir. Yeah, use it. I will have access to a max elixir later. That move did, like, no damage. I never got Dexio and Cena's like superhero persona. I never got that. Max Ether. Nice. Who are those three people and why are they covering their faces? We'll never know these answers. All right, right, left, right, middle. Actually, here's a question. Can I just go straight to the elevator without doing the question? Please stand in the answer area. No, I guess you cannot. Hey, Shadow. Honestly, I wonder if... Uh-oh. I wonder if Psyshock would have been better there, because I think Ampharos has lower defense. Will-O-Wisp? No. Also, I'm going to go for one return just to avoid the healing loop. 3-1-3-2. Yeah, right, left, right, middle. This girl gives you a protein, and this girl gives you expert belt. Also, it seems like I'm finally getting a consistent pathing through Lumiose. Just after the Lysander Cafe, you just go left, then go another left, then go right. Oops, wrong move. Vitamin of the day, irons and calciums only. Fun fact, the spooky lady I passed by looking straight to the left, she has a Quagsire. Final hilarious, the Legends ZA turns Clement's gym into a horror. I have a theory that there's actually seasons when the gym challenge takes place. Uh, I actually don't know. Maybe the gym challenge went away because Diantha was in another country filming a movie. Oh wait, I need calciums and irons? Yeah, calcium and iron. Seriously, the money in this game is just overkill. Alright, but... Oh. Alright, let's see. Calcium. I need 6 calciums. And irons. 9? No, 8. Yeah, 8 irons. Honestly, I'd say that was an overkill. Because I was able to get a bunch more potions and stuff, too. Alright, 6 calciums. Yep, 6 calcium and 9 iron. 15 vitamins. They expect you to buy clothes with it? Screw that. Hey guys, here's a funny thing. Besides Christmas and my birthday where people might get me, like, socks or something, where is the #1 place I personally buy my clothes? I want you guys to guess. Don't count, like socks and stuff. I almost never buy myself, like, I actually had to buy myself new socks recently, but I feel like that was just because I needed to. The socks were just pretty old. But yeah, try to guess where the #1 places I buy clothes from. If someone can guess it if someone in the chat guesses it within 3 guesses total, I'll give some memberships. Nope, Beal, you're wrong. I only ever go there to check card restocks, which half the time I'm not lucky at all. Goodwill? Nope. I don't shop for clothes at thrift stores, that's kind of gross. But I get if you're on a budget, you just have to. Here's the thing, I hate clothes shopping. Alright, one more guess. There we go. You found a Yokai Watch DVD there? Nice. Temu. No, okay. Walmart? Nope. Alright, here's the funny. You guys want to know where I buy most of my clothes? GameStop. You guys have no idea how often I buy shirts there. Half of my wardrobe is shirts that I bought there over the years. Like, I could reduce my wardrobe to just my work shirts and maybe like 5 or 7 shirts that I bought from GameStop and nothing else. Like all those Zelda shirts you've seen me wear, the Kirby shirts, those Pokemon shirts, they were all bought there. I kind of knew no one would guess it. Oh, I actually did buy a shirt from them recently. I think it's in the laundry right now, so I can't show it, but it's a shirt with a bunch of Koroks on it from Zelda. You have a hoodie that you bought there? Nice. Alright, so I pretty much have to walk through this section. Dude, I fear the day I pass by one of those sky battles with a flying type and accidentally say yes. Psychic? Nope. I mean, the other thing with, like, clothes shopping is, I I kind of just expect, like, every year some random, like, family member is just gonna gift me, like, socks and, like, shirts, so I just count that as my clothes shopping, which is pretty funny. But the thing is, I haven't really changed in size at all since high school. Well, I mean, in weight I have, but either way. Actually, recently, I've had to upgrade from an XL to a 2XL. I've worn an XL probably since middle school. But now XLs are just too small. Alright, so it looks like if you run straight through this room, that black belt never sees you. That's good to know. I mean, I guess, like I said earlier with the socks, like, a lot of my socks were getting holes in them. So I actually did, I think I ended up going to Ross and finding some there. I didn't plan to go there for socks specifically. It's just, I was out with some friends. We decided to check the place out because we haven't been into that specific Ross store before. And I said, you know what? I'm going to see if they have any socks here. And they did. I bought some new bundles. I have way too many socks. I used to as well. I threw most of them away. Oh, here's another PP up. Olympia. Continue fighting optional trainers with the Lucky Egg. Skip Psychic. And then equip Silk Scarf for the Mabel fights. Walmart sucks. Those cannot be good. I used to wear jeans from there a few years ago. Their jeans are terrible quality, dude. I don't know where my jeans came from, but I got them around Christmas. They have like a... It's like it has an internal, like, stretchy part of it that actually fits a lot better. And they're actually really good jeans. I mean, I probably don't need to buy new jeans for a long time anyway, because they can last quite a while. If I ever do need to buy new ones, though, like on the spot, I'll kind of need to figure out what kind they are. I think they're relaxed. No, that's the type of cut. Faster to bike now than fly. Flying in Kalos is so slow. Okay, not biking to Lumios. I mean, besides, you hardly fly in this game. Literally, the first mandatory fly is going to Lumios City. I mean, maybe what I'll do is I'll try not to aim for the middle dot on Lumios specifically. I'll just go there and just see where it lands, and if I need to, I can just take a cab. We do need hidden power. Oh, thanks for the reminder, actually. You know, depending on the species, Olympia can actually be a difficult gym leader. Dude, we haven't even made it an hour into the run yet. What the? Oh, I'm gonna need hidden power right now. Alright, what do I get rid of? Let's see, I need Shadow Ball, I need Flamethrower. I guess just over Return. Nope. Nope. Maybe it would have been faster to just... Oh my god. There it is. Oh, it has the little, like, see, it has a little red thing on it. Delete Shadow Ball? Maybe. I don't know, the notes say... Let's see. No, it says I still need Shadow Ball for the Lysander section. Oh, it says teach Hidden Power over Shadow Ball. Oh. Alright, I'll replace Shadow Ball with, Return. Also, Axu says, hold Silk Scarf. I never got the Silk Scarf. Surely I don't need it, right? Dude, that thing survived. Probably should have held Expert Belt here. Oh, man. Oh, the notes literally say use Expert Belt. Okay, I'm going to hold the Expert Belt here. Since I don't have the Silk Scarf, this will be the better item. Because Gyarados does have very good special defense. Yeah, this is very good Lysander section. Like, at least the time to get to this point. Yeah, that's the thing, like, it makes no sense to own so many shirts. Also, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but the way I, like, take shirts off is I just do one of the first 3 or 4 shirts that's in the front. I just do that, but when I put laundry away, those clothes that I took out of the washer and dryer, those get put up front, so they end up just getting worn again. It is insane Delphox gets this many moves. I mean, I actually eliminated a lot of the shirts in my wardrobe, but I honestly kind of need to reduce it even further. Yeah, sadly, we don't have the Silk Scarf here. I really should have gotten that. Where is the Silk Scarf? I guess that's another thing I need to look up. You got slip-on sneakers? I wear slip-ons too. Like, after wearing slip-ons for one time, I could not go back to regular shoes. I just couldn't. They're expensive, yes. I had to buy my last 2 pairs of the exact same slip-ons at a Fred Meyer, and it costs like $80 for the pair of shoes. It's expensive, but worth it. In my opinion, shoes are like one of those things you don't want to cheap out on. Not for like a design perspective, but in terms of a core function. It's also kind of like a mattress. You don't want to cheap out and get a bad mattress. Because the thing is, people spend they spend a third of their lives in bed. So if it's a cheap piece of crap that's uncomfortable, you're going to really suffer from it. Ow. I should have saved there. Yeah, Dominic, it's probably not a thing where you're at. It's a grocery chain. I think it's owned by Kroger. I know Kroger's a nationwide brand. Shoes are an investment. Pretty much, yeah. Plus, also, if you have bad, cheap shoes, your health can actually deteriorate because, like, you might end up having back problems too. You'll just be more tired. There's a bunch of different things that could happen. It was the blue, but why do I bother? Dude, it's literally faster to hit the red button. It's literally less text. You go to the Salvation Army for summer clothes. Why not just keep the same pair of summer clothes all year? Like, do you throw away clothes every year? I'm assuming Salvation... I know what Salvation Army is. I'm assuming they also have, like, a thrift store aspect to it. Because I thought they were a charity. They're probably both. Let me guess. Eel's just going to say it's unethical. How does Delphox keep surviving these things? I literally want to know this. How does Delphox keep barely surviving these Lysander fights? It's actually kind of nuts. You outgrow them? You outgrow them like every year? Dang, dude. It looks the double Delphox. Remember to teach Grass Knot after this? What do you mean by, like, after this? Like, after the Team Flare section? Let me look at the notes. Grass Knot Greninja. Okay, I need to have Grass Knot before Tierno. Actually, should I just teach it now, actually? Right before Lysander 3? Okay, yeah. Grass Knot would probably be the better move for Mega Gyarados. Oh yeah, in the Super Metroid ones, they don't even save the animals. You know that whole thing with Super Metroid and saving the animals? There's a reason, there's a very old GDQ, there's a very old Games Done Quick tradition where if someone plays Super Metroid, there will actually be a donation incentive to save the animals. Really funny. Honestly, Dominic, it's a lot less likely nowadays because places like Goodwill will actually, whenever they accept donation items, they will intentionally set aside the more valuable stuff to sell on eBay. They've been known to do this. It's the reason I hate supporting Goodwill. And besides, like, the stuff they do choose to put in their store is all just secondhand garbage anyway, and they sell them for very high prices. Like, Goodwill is not cheap anymore. Salvation Army's better? I wouldn't know. I've never been to one. There's actually a different local thrift store like an hour from me. It's called, its name is St. Vincent de Paul. It's, they essentially run like a soup kitchen, I think, but they also have a thrift store aspect to them as well. They always do sales, and their deals are really, really good. I don't think they do this one particular deal anymore, but they used to have a deal where every Wednesday it was half off the whole store, but then they reduced it to just like the back of the store, but the back of the store is where they keep all the good stuff. They have a whole section of just like technology computer stuff. Most of it's just cords, but people randomly just donate entire PCs all the time. Avenge the animals. Well, no, like stuff that's obviously valuable, like game consoles, for example. They will intentionally set it to the side and put it on eBay. Plus, maybe not every Goodwill does this, but some Goodwills actually do that. They have owners who are quite knowledgeable. You know, like those people, those like those resellers where they'll go into thrift stores and try to flip stuff for a profit. There are people with that mindset who actually run Goodwills. They treat it like a reseller place. You scored an original first edition Spider-Man comic that the guy was selling his son's comics after he moved out. Dude, I can guarantee you if when the son found that out, he probably wasn't happy. Alright, so it looks like on 4x speed with optimal no resets, it looks like the Team Flare section takes about 12 minutes. I think we no longer need return. Also, don't forget about the lucky egg. I'll equip it after this fight. Here's my opinion on grading. I think grading, like anything, whether it comes to like cards or comics, I think it's an absolute scam. Like, just because of what some employee over at like PSA says, and also depending on how they're feeling that day, literally what it says on a printed out plaque can increase the value of your card by like 10, 15 times the amount for the exact same card. It's like an authentication thing, which, here's my opinion, like, who are the people actually buying those things? Like, I know a lot of people like getting stuff graded because, like, ooh, it's going to go up in value. But here's the thing. If you pay, like, $80-something, like, PSA for, trading card submissions now, like, $80 per order. I don't know what the limit is for, like, the orders. It can take, like, 6 months to get cards graded. And if you're never going to sell or trade your cards, getting them graded is a complete waste of money. There is no inherent point to like, ooh, my card graded is now worth this much. If you never sell it, it's $0. Scalpers? Probably, yeah. And then again, though, scalpers generally aren't the ones paying money to... I don't think scalpers is the right word, because it's scalpers aren't really the ones like paying money to grade cards. Scalpers generally don't open cards. They resell stuff sealed. It's just there's just a lot of like new collectors just getting into the hobby. So I think it's pretty much them. I mean, there are some scalpers that will open stuff just to sell PSA graded cards. But I don't know. Like, my question is like, who are the people buying graded cards? Just buy more cards with that money? Yeah, exactly. Egg? Okay, I'll equip the egg. Also, pause. I'm actually going to look up a speedrun video of this. Because I feel like if I don't do this now, I'm never going to learn. I'm going to put this timer down here for a sec. Alright, here is the current any percent record by Head Bob. Alright, we're going to take a look. Yeah, if I don't look now, I'm never going to learn. Right here. Alright, so fight that person first. Man, even on 2x speed, this is slow. Thing is, I don't want to skip ahead 10 seconds. I'm worried I'm going to miss something. The game is so slow at 1x speed. I think it's because the game, it runs at 30 FPS. Let's see, you have to hit that one twice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 3DS games run at 30 frames per second. Any percent, no lucky egg. Alright, and then you hit that one 3 times. Okay, so wait. So it's 2, 2, then 3. 2 pink, 2 blue, 3 pink. Alright, completely skip the green button. My god, this is so slow. Hurry up. Alright, so then it's yellow button. Yellow once, green 3 times. Okay. Evil chestspin jump scare. Alright. 3, 2, 1, resume. Yeah, if I didn't learn now, I was never going to learn. One, 2. 2 pink, 2 blue, 3 pink. Yeah, so it always made sense that the first part was actually harder to solve than the second part. Wait a minute. I messed it up. Did I only hit the blue once? Well, I already messed this up. Okay. I must have hit the blue button only once, or I hit it 3 times by accident. Alright, so then skip the green button. Hit the yellow one once, then the green one 3 times. I only hit it once. Oh, whoops. How's the run going? Really good, actually. I finally looked up the speedrun strat on solving this gym. It's 2 pink, 2 blue, 3 pink, 1 yellow, 3 green. How does this compare to yesterday's stream? Not as many, like, swapping out TMs. This thing pretty much gets everything it needs by level up. Oh, I don't have Calm Mind yet. What can I replace? Let's see, what's my moveset for the league? Flamethrower, Psy Shock, Grass Knot. Okay, I don't need Hidden Power. Psychic Fire is a very good combo. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna need to Calm Mind this. Carbing's very light. Yeah, I should have just used Psyshock. For some reason, I thought it resisted Psychic. But no, it doesn't. Also, Rock Smash here does allow you to skip a trainer. In exchange for a wild Pokemon, though. But it's only a chance. I got ambushed. Oh, I need more flamethrowers. There's a healing lady coming up. Yeah, I think you can probably tell that some of my S tier results are very, very stale. Can you tell? Okay, that was first reset since... When was my first reset? Rival 1? Okay, I think I need to set up more Calm Minds than that. Grant? Ah, Grant. Okay, that actually makes sense for a reset. Future Sight? Gross. Also, Malva's Talonflame, I believe, has 183 speed, which is actually the fastest Pokemon in the game. Honestly, if I first try everything, I could probably beat Diantha at like a 126. Ow. Is this gonna be just like Charizard where I have to get a Stone Edge miss? We'll see about that. Alright, Flamethrower. Flamethrower once. Critical hit. Screw yourself, man. This guy is very bad with, fire types. Charizard literally had to get a Stone Edge miss. There was no other way around it. That thing just used Protect, I think. Okay, so I do survive. So yeah, I was just unlucky. Psyshock's also pretty good for this Snorlax here. You know, I had a feeling that would happen. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to fight Gigalith Trainer. Okay, not Gigal... Oh, no, not Gigalith Trainer. I have to refight this person, though. So yeah, minor mistake. Oh my god. Okay, I just need to use a potion. Well, half the resets in the game were caused by these guys, so that makes sense. That checks out. Dude. I used one Calm Mind, but it seems like now I need to use two. And what makes that even worse is I could not set up two. You know why I couldn't set up two? The Skarmory crit me with Night Slash. Like, there. It just crit me. Honestly, I should be fine from here, though. Okay. Man, those final 3 veterans were pretty rough. I should have Calm-Minded on the Alakazam? Probably, yeah. Alright, so what to do here? Drosna first. Drosna, 1 Calm Mind and Sweep, +1 Mind Plate Psyshock, guarantees Druddigan. Okay. The only lose condition to Timio is a crit Stone Edge. That's what happened to me in one of the attempts. Did you not see it? Yeah, so many of these Pokemon have a lot of special defense. Like Altaria, I know has good special defense. Talonflame's going to be rough? I don't think so. We outspeed it. Rosna, Malva. 1 Calm Mind and Sweep. If it Noble Roars, Calm Mind until it doesn't. Torkoal is a range, but we don't care about Torkoal. Yeah, nobody cares about Torkoal. Noble Roar. Noble Roar. Noble. Okay, Wild Charge. There we go. I still remember that one scene from the Hoenn anime where... have any of you guys seen that episode of the Hoenn anime where the Spoink lost its pearl and it like fell in the ocean, and then Torkoal felt bad and decided to dive in the water to go get it, and he was starting to swim away deep into the water, and then when Ash realized what he was doing, he dove back in there and got it, and the Torkoal felt so bad and started crying. That was so funny. Alright, Wickstrom. Or, not. Oh, Cybolt should have been third. Oh, well. Oh, it didn't use Torment. Nice. People started to care about Torkoal in Gen 7. Oh god, Harry. Veteran Harry. That guy is so rough. Anything weak to fire has to plan for him. Carried nowadays by drought? True. Then again, so is Cantonian Ninetales. How? That was a critical hit Water Pulse, by the way. I should be fine? Maybe? Dude, I survived a critical hit Water Pulse at 2 HP left, and I still won. Alright, what move do I need to use an Ether on? Psyshock. I hate how when I use an Ether, it doesn't show me what the PP is of the moves. Anyway, Diantha. Mind Plate, Flamethrower, Psyshock. Okay, I need Protect. Psyshock, Flamethrower, Protect, Calm Mind. Oh boy, would you like Mystical Fire again? Yeah, level 79 is definitely overkill for this fight. Alright, 2 Calm Minds and Sweep, Psyshock, the Holucha, and the Fossils, and Gudra. Oh no, not Swords Dance. Alright, Psyshock, Flamethrower. Should have candied on Robbie. Was that the guy with the Skarmory? Yeah, I probably should have. To be fair, I kind of forgot I had the candies. Okay, Flamethrower. 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 6 seconds. 7 resets, 0 blackouts, level 79. Yeah, this is a new first place. This beat Mian Xiao by like 4 minutes. Oh, it's the first trainer in... Wait. No, the first trainer in Victory Road is the girl with the Weavile. You mean in that veteran gauntlet? Was that the guy with the Gigalith? No, it's Raichu, Carbink, Kingdra. Oh, that guy. Maybe. Maybe I should. Honestly, I think for the future, instead of using rare candies before, like, someone in Elite Four, just use it before Robbie. Not my Mian Xiao. Okay, here's a serious question. If I give Mian Xiao a second playthrough, would Mian Xiao or Delphox be better in the end? Or Rival 5? Yeah, that's another good spot for it. I doubt Mian Xiao is going to be better. Let's take a look, though. But first, I'm going to add this thing's results to the tier list. Level 79, 7 resets, 0 blackouts. No idea. Adamant nature or not being addicted to power a punch would help. True. Delphox is on autopilot, but to be fair though, it also started with mediocre moves. Like, don't get me wrong, Shadow Ball's a good move and all, but the early game has so many normal types. It's not as good as you think. Also, dark types. Yeah, dark types is another problem. Remember to test the girl? Oh, thanks for reminding me. Five hours and 43 minutes. Alrighty, check it out. First place on the tier list. It beat Mienshao by legitimately 4 minutes and 24 seconds. It was just that great. Chestnut in comparison, not as great. But to be fair, I think once most of these get re-ranks, I think I might completely adjust the tiers. Because it does not make sense for like some of these to be S tier. Like 127 to a 138. Honestly, I think when it's all said and done, I might change my S tier to be like sub 135. I'll probably change it to that. But anyway, why don't we go ahead and test out that girl. The first sub 6 hour game time? Oh, I suppose it is. I hate how you have to take the monorail to the bottom half. It's so annoying. Alright, so we're gonna not talk to this person. Save. Alright. Try the quiz. What's the move I'm describing? It lowers the target's special attack. That is Confide. Okay, so let's reset. Okay, Confide again. Okay, you can save scum this. Alright, guys. You can, in fact, save scum this person. No, actually, this is why you do the test multiple times, because there was only 4 TMs. The chances of getting a duplicate's only a 1 in 4 chance. It's not that unlikely. That's why you test it a few more times. So yeah, I guess, what was the TMs this girl could give? Confide, Acrobatics, Embargo, and Trick Room. Okay, the only useful TM here is Acrobatics. But hey, for the future, we actually can use acrobatic strats. Actually, I wonder what happens, like, what happens if you talk to this person first and then say no? No. That's Confide. Trick Room? I don't know about that. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you talk to her or not. But yeah, she can be completely save scum. I think the TM is determined as soon as you talk to her. So that's very good. So actually, would that have mattered for Chestnut? Can Chestnut even learn acrobatics? Alright, I'm not going to need that timer up anymore. It does not learn acrobatics. That theoretically could have helped it, though. I know Greninja, though, on the other hand. Greninja. Only Greninja. At least we can root acrobatics on Yveltal now. Thank goodness. Yeah, Yveltal really needs a re-rank. I never gave Yveltal a re-rank. Actually, what's its moveset in Sun and Moon? Double Team, Roost, Tauntaun, Razor Wind. Dude, that sucks. And it doesn't... And it gets its Oblivion Wing move at level 26. What about Xerneas? Light Screen, Takedown, Ingrain, Aromatherapy. Moonblast at 35. This is the problem with fairy types in general. They have to wait a long time to get their stab moves. Well, at least it's good that we tested this now. And when I do eventually re-rank Genesect, I will give it the Faithful Encounter flag, just so we can get its drives, because it's totally not fair that in a Genesect solo run, I can't get the drives. So I am going to allow it. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. I believe the next stream is scheduled for tomorrow. Let me take a quick look at the schedule. Yep, tomorrow. We'll be doing Pokemon X with Greninja. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. I gotta